Hello, everyone, and welcome to the OG Gaming Podcast. This episode was recorded on February 18th. We talk about everything that has happened in Destiny 2 since our last episode. The highlights include the Bungie Activision split, review of the Black Armory, Sandbox Update 2.1.4, the Last Word Exotic Quest, and speculation of Destiny 2's future. We also play a couple of games that you don't want to miss. So we hope you enjoy, and we catch you on the next one.
Hello and welcome to the OG Gaming Podcast. I am Luis.
I'm Javier.
I'm John.
And today we're going to be discussing all the biggest news that's come over the last few weeks regarding Destiny. But first off, let's just go ahead and see how you guys are doing. How you doing, Javi?
Yep, I'm doing good. John? Doing pretty good. I got my buddy from work here. He's going to join us. And I'll let him talk a little bit about his experience on Destiny, but I just wanted to bring him on here because he's a fresh point of view, and he's really into it, which is what we like, right, Louis?
Yep, exactly.
So, just been playing a lot of PC recently with John, and we've been grinding out some levels. He's been helping me out because somehow, some way, he's gotten 3 characters over 640, which is crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's rolling. So, John,
I think I'm at 49 on 3 characters.
Yeah, so he's been really into it. You didn't start not too long ago, didn't? Like a year, not even a year ago.
No, I started last July or something.
Yeah, but you took a break.
Playing for like 3 or 4 months to study.
Yep. So my first question for you, just to introduce everybody, is what got you into it? Like, what kept you coming back? I think at first it was mostly PvP, but then you finally started diving deeper into the game.
I like the PvP and kind of grinding into the fact that everybody's got great guns and I'm sitting here with better devils and PvP. It's like, oh, come on.
And we're playing the free version for a while, or just the base game. And then you're like, okay, I gotta invest into it.
Quite honestly, the gun that made me want to buy the Black Armory, I think, was the Crimson or Kindled Orchid.
Mm.
Now that I've got 3 of them, I'm just like, oh,
What's your best role on that?
I think a better role. Not good. Heck.
He has a supreme god roll blast furnace that is amazing.
Yeah, really good blast furnace.
We can talk about that later, but man, I'm jealous.
So what light level are you at now, Jav?
On PC, I am 636 or 637, and I've gotten that in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Nice.
I was at 360 before I bought all the annual pass and Forsaken and all that. We were just messing around in PvP, and then he finally bought everything, and I was like, yeah, okay, I like this game enough that I'll buy it and I'll play with you. And then so he's been pushing me to let's do the Forge, and then we need we did one Leviathan run, which we got our midnight coups.
Ooh.
So we're happy about that. And then we've just been slowly getting top tier guns like Whisper, and he has almost everything. He got Thunderlord to drop because he didn't do the quest or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a
we
world
missed
drop
it.
now.
Yeah, we missed it. So it's a world drop. Yeah, so he's gotten a drop. So lucky. I haven't got it yet, but yeah,
I think I got that off of a spider bounty.
So that's what we've been doing. More just replaying the whole game again. But what he's doing is 3 characters, because each of them have different pros and cons to the game. I don't know, maybe John can explain more about Hunter versus Warlock versus Titan, and their places in the game. But for me, I'm just all my Titan, having fun.
Yeah, because in PC is a totally different meta
Yeah, yeah. Just so
in
much
terms of
faster.
in terms
Build.
of both like subclasses, and also weapons, because the meta there's different. Hand cannons run PC from what I understand.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all hand cannons.
What's your favorite
Uh,
subclass right now, John?
mm, Kind of depends time to time. They're all fun. I don't mess around too much with the other Titans. Kind of
Yeah,
just stay top three striker.
yeah.
Mostly because the Skull Fort is just amazing, and being able to clear ads by just running around like a monkey is amazingly fun. Uh,
That's my favorite.
they kind of depends on like what you're trying to do. The Warlock is really good in just like mass PvE stuff. Anything where you have like either a giant boss to kill or tons of ads. The Warlock's just insanely good at clearing. It's really useful. You can
Hmm.
either do the Lunafaction well,
Yep.
and I mean you sit there with Hammerhead or Thunderlords or something and just stand there forever.
And you get the bonus from the well damage.
Yeah,
That's
you get bonus
crazy.
damage with Lunafaction. You have bonus damage. You never reload, and you never die.
And if you
You just kind of
spec
stand
really
there.
well and get scavenger perks, then you can really do some stuff.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
you started out as a Titan and then quickly shifted gears to Hunter, I believe.
I got tired of being killed by spectral blades in
Oh,
PvP,
yeah. Yeah.
so I switched to Hunter, leveled that guy up. I think I got to like 530 on Titan before I switched.
Okay.
Uh, I got the spectral blades, used that for a while. I got a Gwis vest like immediately after I actually got the first seed, so that was cool.
And then you've been rocking
And
that.
no, I don't even use it anymore. I went back to 6 shooter usually.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
I
Okay.
usually
insane.
use 6 shooter Goldie. It kind of like makes me feel like I'm earning the supers,
Not just
and
spamming.
yeah, and it doesn't feel as bad when you like pop a super, you don't get anything.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like after the super nerfs, if you're just trying to run at people with spectral blades, most of the time you get team shot and you die so fast.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have to play it pretty smart, hide behind cover. It just you get a lot of kills, but it feels a lot more crappy when you pop it and then die.
I hate that.
The Goldie's like, well, you can kind of use it as a counter, or you can go for multi kills or whatever. It's a lot more versatile.
Mm-hmm.
But
Makes
Blade Barrage
sense.
is cool too. You can pop that and just like I usually use it as like a counter. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
sort of
If a super's coming at you or something.
yeah. Or if you're about to die, then you pop it. Kind of like Nova Bomb on Warlock.
So if I had to put your hand to the fire and I had to delete two of your accounts, which one would you want to keep the most?
I'd
If you had a
probably keep Hunter.
Hunter.
It
Just,
just
I
it
think,
feels like
go ahead.
it feels like the most balanced play. Like it's sort of fast paced. Your class ability gives you that dodge, so it sort of gives you an additional thing to get out. It feels more useful in PvP to play the Hunter.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it feels better in PvP to play it. The Titan's fun, but like outside of having the best melee ability, it kind of doesn't have much else. The supers kind of feel not weak, but not as good. So I'd hold on to the Hunter because you can use it in PvP, PvE. It's all good. Warlock, other than that, like Warlock is better in PvE, Titan's better PvP.
As far as the other two
They're all
go.
fun. I'd say
Just
Hunter
Hunter's
though.
super balanced and you can use it for anything and everything. And that's what
Mhm.
most people do If you look at the competitive scene, it's mostly hunters.
Hunters and Titans.
Yeah, hunters and time. Well, the one-eyed mask I think plays a part in that, but
Yeah,
Well,
you
even
can see
before One
both.
Eyed, because you could still skate with it,
yeah,
Yeah.
but not for long, not much longer. We'll get to that later.
All right. Let's talk about some news. You want to lead us
Yeah,
in?
first up, let's go ahead and talk about the Bungie Activision split. It's been a few weeks now since the announcement was made about Bungie and Activision parting ways, and there's been a lot of talk about whether what's it going to mean for Bungie going forward. And now, more recently, we're starting to see um, kind of why Bungie decided to make a decision to split because of what happened in the last couple of days with Activision firing over 800 people
Yeah.
when they've had one of the most successful years for their company,
So bizarre.
and their CEO getting a $15 million bonus. So the writing's on the wall as to why Bungie made the decision to split from Activision. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to go over this topic because it's a pretty serious one.
Yeah.
Because it has a lot of limbs that can come from this. It's like a tree. All these branches are going to start forming as to whether it's good or bad. We still don't know yet, but we can just discuss what it means for this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I feel like it's a mixed bag. Obviously, Bungie, they've had their moment making poor decisions. We can't blame the entirety of D2 Vanilla on Activision because they weren't the ones building this game. Bungie is the one who decided to create the new engine, start from scratch, and they made a lot of decisions that the community weren't happy with. Now, it's possible that Activision had a hand in that. We do know from a lot of news sources that Activision can then micromanaging their companies, but Bungie's not at fault. They make their mistakes too, and they're growing from those mistakes, and they've made a huge comeback from the year one was of Destiny, which was very gloomy. So I feel like this is a way for Bungie to show what they really want this franchise to be. So far, between year one and where we're at now, they're really starting to decide. They're deciding what they want to make this game.
Yeah.
They get a straight up RPG MMO, starting with Forsaken. We've seen the seeds of that, so now we get to see what becomes of those seeds with Bungie in their court, as opposed to having to pass it to Activision and have decisions being partially made through them. So I'm really excited about what could happen, good or bad. I mean, we both know that, or we all know that Bungie can make decisions and they will make decisions. They will make bad decisions in the future. However, how fast they recover from that and the way they turn around with the community, that's what I'm most looking forward to, because right now they are the most transparent they've ever been, and they have taken a lot said and from that and listened to feedback and engaged with the community and implemented a lot of what was wanted from the fans. So I'm interested to see what they can do when they really let loose in this franchise. I'm interested to see, are they going to go more RPG routed? Are they going to focus on having more updates frequently as opposed to what we have them now? There's just so much that could happen that I'm excited for.
Yeah, I agree. I think you summed it up pretty well. I want to get John's opinion on the annual pass stuff, because that's all that you've known in in the Destiny universe, but Luis and I, we go back to DLCs and Destiny 1 and how they were released, and it was a little bit different. What do you think, John? Since this is the first year really, and this is the first time they've done annual pass, and so you're digesting the content in a different way than Destiny 1, which Destiny 1, it was just highs and lows. But now, I don't know if you agree, John, but it's kind of like it's steady, but it's not too many highs, and it kind of dips low sometimes if there's nothing to do. I don't know. What do you think?
I haven't had a problem with the kind of speed of things, especially like Last Word of Quest. That thing was released like Monday, and by the time I got home from work, like a bunch of people were using that in PvP. Well, it wasn't a long quest. It kind of came out, and I mean, I had it by Wednesday or Thursday or something, so it only took me a couple days, and I'm coming home at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It does kind of feel like a lot of these quests, if you don't have a ton of time, that they show up and they're gone by the time you would be able to actually complete them, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, Thunderlords, I'm glad I got it in a random drop. I wasn't expecting to see it for a long time, and that kind of sucked because that was in that break where I wasn't playing and studying for exams. So I kind of came back, and PvP is, Luna's Howl, Dustrock Blues, and Thunderlords, and I'm sitting back and I don't have any of those guns. So, kind of getting these quick updates is nice. I get to see new stuff. I haven't run out of stuff to do yet. I'm still getting gated by the the time gated forges. Like Orchid was out for 1 week since I've been able to do forges. I got 3 of them, and that's it. Blast Furnace, cool. Last week was auto rifles, swords, and bows, of which
it was terrible.
There's like 3 specs or 3 options for the sword and the bow, and I think I got a decent roll for both pretty quick. Still don't have a good auto rifle, but a lot of these things, I think we have 2 weeks left in the season, and if they don't have Kindled Orchid on the menu next week, or I think Kindled Orchid, Sniper, and Hammerhead, if I don't get all 3 of those the next couple of weeks, I'm going to go into the next season without decent rolls. Well,
they'll still be there. It's just we're going to be tied up with wanting to do the next.
Yeah, you want to get it done and then focus on whatever's new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of going up after the time gating forces me to still have content left to grind, even as we're going into the next season. Like there's still stuff that I have to do just because I can't do it this week, or with Izanagi's Burden.
Shattered Throne.
I have no idea when I'm gonna get that thing. I used the only rare Black Armory bounty before I realized what it was there for, and I think I've done 3 days worth of quests on 3 different characters, and no luck, no dice. Yeah, I'm getting the rare bounty.
I know, I didn't get one either. Dang it.
I've been getting this a lot, actually. I've gotten like 5 since I've gotten my Izanagi.
See, that's the catch, is you get the Izanagi and there's no worries.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that Guzia is the one that really drops them a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Completion?
That's where I've noticed it from.
Oh, okay. I haven't got any from completion.
All my forges. I still want the freaking ship from Gofanon. and I don't want to do Gofanon because that one sucks.
So in summary, you think
I
it's good how it is right
I
now.
think it's I don't expect everybody to be playing as much as I currently am playing. So I would expect that I should be running out of content if you kind of expect people to be playing like 1 or 2 hours a day, and the real diehards they should be out of content immediately.
Yeah.
So I think that the speed of things coming out is pretty decent. It feels like I still have a lot of things to do, but I think I'm playing 4 hours a day almost every day. So I'm getting through content reasonably quick. And I still think that by the time the season comes around, there's still going to be stuff to do. So
Yep.
I kind of like that.
So moving along on this topic, the last thing I want to talk about was what do we want to see in Destiny's future? What do we look forward to? Let's go ahead and start
Trials.
with you, John.
I'm not really sure. I'd like more of the same, honestly. I'm enjoying seeing these new quests. I'd like to see some more guns come out, see some more quests, some more storyline to come with them. The last word, the gun is great, but the quest felt pretty lackluster. I mean, it took me 3 days to get it, and I wasn't that high light. Didn't try crazy hard. I didn't just like grind out for 1 or 2 days and get it.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, this gun doesn't really feel exclusive. It just kind of feels like another gun.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I don't like.
honestly, if I get a good roll on bad news, that'd make me a heck of a lot more excited than the last word. So I'd like to see some more challenging like puzzles and quests that are
There we
tied to
go.
some of these.
Yep. I want to see, first and foremost, we got to see Trials back. It's been
Yeah.
way too long. I don't know what they're doing. And John doesn't even know what Trials is. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, that sucks.
Um,
Especially for being a PvP guy, that sucks.
yeah. Louis, explain just general, what Trials is. And from Destiny 1, too. And the differences between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 Trials. And that whole
Okay.
fiasco.
Yeah. So, Trials is basically an event that happens every weekend. Starts at Friday, Friday at 9 a.m. and it lasts all the way till Monday, or actually till reset. Sorry, so Tuesday till reset. So it starts Friday morning, it ends at Tuesday reset, and essentially it's a tournament that you have to have tickets to get into. You get those tickets through playing PvP. They drop for you in game, and you need a fire team of 3. You can't matchmake. A fire team ready to go in this tournament. Now the goal of this tournament is to make it to the lighthouse, and that's completing. Was it 7 wins or 9 wins? Have
I think it was 8.
Wow, 8 wins.
Yeah, they give you a free win if you.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, they give you a free win. So if you can get 8 consecutive wins leading up to 9, you can make it to the lighthouse, and that's where you got the best PvP loot you can get. And in Destiny 1, that was Trials of Osiris gear. It was this Egyptian motifed armor, and same thing with the weapons. They had the best weapons in the game for PvP and PvE. So everyone was trying to play Trials, trying to get wins, trying to get to the lighthouse, and it was like super sweaty. It was just this weekly tournament everyone jumped into. It was 3v3 elimination, and that's pretty much what made the game mode so exciting, because there were so many opportunities for clutch plays. I mean, you would see 1v3s happen so many times, and it was just exciting gameplay to watch. That's back when red sniping first got introduced. That's when warlocks didn't have the Dawn Blade. They had man, what was that called?
Self-res.
Self-res. It was
Radiance
yeah,
or Yeah, I think so.
Radiant, and you could self-res, and there's just so many clutch plays from getting team wiped and the Warlock having his super ready and self-resing at the last second, wiping out the opponent team and winning the match, winning the round for them. It's just that actually brought in Destiny to the top of the Twitch directory.
Yeah.
Everyone was getting on every weekend to watch what was going down in Trials of Osiris. It was huge. That was what made a lot of the streamers that are big now.
Yeah.
It was super fun. I mean, we never made it to the lighthouse in year
Nope.
one, but because it was like really sweaty,
Yeah.
but it was still fun. It was so much fun to play. And I think especially now with the state of PvP, it's really needed. Like that weekly tradition of logging in on Friday, playing through the weekend with your friends, grinding to get to the lighthouse and get the top gear. I mean, that was what made PvP in Destiny 1.
Yeah.
So then D2 comes around, and with the changes they made to the Crucible, then it was changed to 4v4. They got rid of elimination, and they had the competitive modes, which were it's countdown and survival. Yeah. So it essentially took that is only on the weekend. You play versus other teams, but they added so many unnecessary things. For example, it's kind of cool. So before the match started, they do this lineup. This was in D1 also. So they do a lineup, and you'd see everyone. You get to see what their primary weapon was, what their armor was, and it was like a
subclass,
kind of like a stance. Yeah, the subclass. And it's like a stance. It was right before the game. It was pretty cool. And then with D2, they introduced this. It was I don't know. It felt like it was.
I think the
back when
4v4 was the problem.
Yeah, but then they also introduced that push towards Eververse, where you've seen what person had their emotes. So it was like super long, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very like at first it was cool because it was a cool little intro showing everyone. A lot of the players said it took too long to get to a match, so that was one of the issues. The other issue was the game mode changes. Countdown wasn't what people wanted it to be. It was kind of like elimination, but not. Same thing for survival. Again, it wasn't what people wanted it to be. This is back when the TTK was slower. It wasn't what Trials won. And then also on top of that, they introduced the token system, which people were upset with. This was also during the time where when you completed clan bounties, about loot from that event. So people were getting Trials weapons and armors with not even having to compete in Trials. So that took away kind of the importance of the Trials weapons and armor. On top of that, the armor was purely cosmetic, whereas in D1, the armor gave you perks towards playing in Trials.
Yeah.
That wasn't in D2 at all. Same thing with the weapons. The weapons were just plain. In Trials, there was two types of the weapons. There was a regular version, and then a superior version of that weapon, which everyone was trying to get, and that wasn't in D2. So it was a dumbed down cookie cutter version of what D1 Trials was. And I get why they took it away, why they took it back to the drawing board, but it's desperately needed back because they should be able to figure something out because the community really wants it back. Even if we had the same system from D1, 3v3 elimination. I mean, community's pretty lively about it. They keep complaining and they're being loud right now, especially after this last TWAB where they said that Trials was shelved indefinitely.
Yeah, it's still on the back burner.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So
anyways,
yeah.
That's what I want to see at some point. I want to, because me and John want to start getting into competitive stuff once we get our drops from other content.
Start chasing that Luna's hell, huh?
Yeah, we're just gonna go in and go hard, but trials would be fun just to experience. Because in Destiny 1 we didn't train or go hard, in competitive scene. I think the best we've gotten was like 5 wins in a row or 4 wins in a row.
Yeah,
That
we
was
got
it.
5 in a row.
So that'd be fun. I hope that comes back at some point. Other things I want to see are more dungeons. Just the Whisper of the Worm, things like that.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
And then maybe later on in the future, at some point, if they can do Destiny 1 for PC, that would be awesome. That's just a wish,
Yeah.
throwing out a wish over there.
Yeah, that'd be really
I
cool.
didn't play the first one.
Some people say Destiny 1 is still better than Destiny 2.
Yeah, a lot of people say
I don't
that.
know about that, but it was really good. It's really good.
I know there's a lot of rose-colored glasses on that.
Yeah.
I mean, the D1 was great, but it had its flaws.
Yeah, it did. And then I want to see less. I don't know. John said he liked the exotic quest, but he wants them to be harder, which I agree.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see less quest per se and more like the dungeon thing or like really hard activities that will almost guarantee you the drop. If you can complete it, that's kind of what I like to see. Yeah, harder, just either harder exotic quest or a dungeon or some kind of that just to get your drop. I like those things better. I don't like how they made the last word 500 quest, level 500 quest, and then everybody had it. It's not fun.
Yeah, have you done the last? Oh, I guess you haven't done the last of the quest on it if you don't have it, but
The very last mission of it.
yeah, even at 500, it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Just because they took away your intrinsic healing, your intrinsic ability regen. It's pretty much just a straight gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't heal back up unless you kill a bunch of them. So it's not super easy. It's easy enough that you should be able to get it on your first or second try if you're good. But
yeah,
I was not able to just roll through it.
But why
Actually,
not?
I had to play it pretty slow and smart.
Why not make it like 600 or 650, not 500? Because by now everybody's 600 plus, and only free to play or non, people who don't play as much are probably around 500 anyway. I don't know. They should have made it a little bit harder.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, or put more skill caps in it, because there's essentially there's like the one requirement skill wise, and that you have to get the crucible rank thing, and it's not that hard. I think you get, if you maintain a 1 KDA or KAD or however you want to look at it, then you'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
So what I would like to see, I talked about this a while back before per se. I still really haven't seen it that much. So it's still something I want to see. Right now we have a chase for light level. Like that's our goal right now. I mean, whenever we get a new expansion, light's bumped up and we grind to get to max light. And while that's all good and all, a lot of the time light doesn't really dictate a whole lot. Especially when it comes to our enemies. I mean, you could go into a lower level activity at max light and you could still get creamed by enemies.
Yep.
If you're not really like really focused or trying to take them out as best you can. So I'd like to see more of a reason to be at max light, because like right now, really, we don't need to be at 650. We could be at 630, 640, and we'd be able to do any of the content relatively well, because skill can outmatch any of the differences in power. So while I'd like to see more of a reason why light, I'd also like to see more of a horizontal progression system within the game, just to give us kind of like more to be able to customize our character more depth to our character, similar to what we had in D1 with the orb system with our subclasses, being able to spec how our subclass played. Right now, we just pick three trees, um, and we don't really have any kind of control as to what we can't do. Um, there's no real, I don't know. You can't really customize your character to make it feel like your character anymore. Everyone has more of the same. So I definitely like to see more of a horizontal progression in the game. I'd also like to see a lot less weapons that are reskinned. I they do it for maybe to save some money, but I do feel like in Destiny 1 we had a lot more variety in weapons and armor. That's also something I kind of don't like. I like the armor in D2 is really not my favorite, or what they what they offer. They just for looks really. There's not really a whole lot of
Exactly.
reason to want to get a full set of gear for any particular reason.
Mm-hmm.
Much like, I mean, in Vault of Glass in D1, you wanted to get set because of the perks. Same thing for Crota. Um, so I definitely like to see more variety. Something that I don't understand why was taken away from the game going into this new Forsaken era was the ornament system that we had throughout the seasons. That was that was a horizontal progression that I liked within the game, where every season, instead of getting new armor sets from the Vanguard, they refreshed with ornaments that you could do challenges to achieve them, and it changed the armor slightly, but made it different still. I really enjoyed that aspect, especially with like Iron Banner.
Yeah.
Through all the seasons, we've seen like a drastic change in ornaments, and that was cool. I like that a lot. So I'd like to see something like that return. I think they can definitely do that, especially with that. For example, the mechanic system they used for the oven for the dawning. I think there's something there that they can use as far as a starting point as to creating more of a way for us to grind out without having to be in our inventory, clogging up all our quests and all that. So that's definitely something that I'd like. I also like to see a true horde mode. I don't think we've gotten a really good like constant wave after wave horde mode that Destiny really would. That would be really fun to see in the game. Would be a true horde mode that's endless, that would similar to Firefight and almost kind of like zombies in Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same, but that similar style of endless enemies coming and challenges presenting themselves after so many levels. I'd like to see where you're at level 50, shit's hitting the fan and it's crazy, but everything's going on, but it's challenging and fun and um, rewarding. That's another thing that's really missing right now is a lot of the stuff we do is not rewarding. It's not worth it. Having to go do flashpoints every week where you might get something good is not rewarding. I'd like to see more of a system where you can choose a linear path to, and why you're spending your time in this game. Because a lot of people, like for example, I only play twice a week, maybe sometimes a third day a week. It's very rare. So when I get on, I kind of enjoy the RNG aspect of the game, but I would like to see more avenues that I can take. So I have a destination when I log in the game, so I can hop on a Wednesday night and kind of plan out my night on as opposed to hopping on, knocking out my milestones, and maybe getting something. Because I know that's a frustrating point from I've seen it from our friends who have stopped playing, is that they log on week after week, trying to achieve some kind of completion in the game, and they're not able to do that because they hit roadblocks because of RNG. So I think there's definitely room to improve there. And much like you said, I want to see a more competitive mode to Crucible, and also variety. Right now, we're contained to the 3 orbs we can choose from. We can choose quick play, whatever the rotating playlist is, and competitive. I feel like we should be able to do what we want. Also Rumble. We should be able to we want to just play one game type if we want it. If we want to just go in and do Clash, we can just go in and do Clash, not just go in for a rotation. Or if we want to do Control, just go in and do Control. Give us more variety in the comp playlists, not just hopping in and on a rotating playlist. I'd like to see more dedicated planes in there where we can go in and pick what we want. Us running into to doing just one playlist over and over again, like going in and doing Countdown over and over again. When you're getting sick of playing Countdown, I'd like to be able to go in, choose a play mode that I want to do, and dedicate. Because if you go into comp and you're dedicating, trying to grind up, so when you hit those losses, it kind of hurts you, because if you're not doing well in Countdown because you're solo queuing, it's kind of frustrating. So it kind of takes you away from wanting to keep grinding in, because you keep doing stuff you don't want to do. I think there should be more pathways for us to play.
Yeah, I like that. I would like that.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I want to see. So let's go ahead and move forward to our next topic, which would be, we'll kind of breeze through this one because it's kind of old and done with, but let's just get our thoughts on it. The whole Niobi Labs Berguzia Forge fiasco. So to reflect on that, Bungie really, really champagned for Niobi to be this. It was mysterious. We didn't know what Niobi Labs was. A lot of people thought it was going to be a new dungeon, and they were really pushing hard for Niobi Labs. And then when it got to us, it was just this convoluted mess of crazy secrets that no one really understood, and people were Wikipediaing all this nonsense just to get the labs to open up. That was definitely a step backwards for Bungie as far as
that was hilarious.
Giving us a event per se. I think they can really learn from this experience, because that's definitely what the community did not want. We love puzzles.
Yeah.
I love puzzles too, but I seen the streams. I seen what top tier players were going through, and they were having trouble with it. And to me, I only have a few hours a week to play, and me jumping in to do Niobi Labs, that wasn't going to be fun for me. I like puzzles, I really do, but that wasn't it. I would have rather seen something more like the Whisper, as opposed to what they gave Niobi Labs, because I couldn't connect with that. That was not, to me, that wasn't Destiny. That was something else they tried bringing in to see if it worked.
Side show. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could have did the same thing like the raid. You know how the first team who did the raid, it unlocked Dreaming City or something like that, wasn't it? Something like along the lines.
Yeah.
That was just hilarious. We had all the best players in the world trying to unlock a hidden puzzle for, what was it, 18 hours, something like that?
Yeah, they were looking up like French knives and swords and on Wikipedia. It's like that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, of course,
I like the fact that they're trying to push the difficulty in both mental and difficulty in like.
Yeah, I get that, but to take us out of the game to get information, I don't like that part of it. Like, if the puzzles were having to do with like For example, we have all these lore books that we could, if there was hints that we could go back and read into them and try to get clues from the puzzle there. I mean, that I could see working. Or if there were clues given inside of the actual arena of Niobi Labs, then that would make more sense to
Yeah,
me. But
there you
having people to leave the game to go and search for information, like bizarre information at that, that's where I kind of felt like the disconnect. I agree that I like the harder puzzles. That's great, but I'd like to see the challenge be in game as opposed to outside of the
And the reward is not very rewarding.
game. Yeah.
It was like a ghost show. That was it.
Yeah, that's pretty crappy.
So
People spent what, they didn't even go to sleep. They were up the whole night. And all they got was a shell. It's like someone going to an event and it's like all I got was a t-shirt.
uh, so actually, nobody even completed it. They had to open it up.
No. They
They completed it, but yeah, they opened it up ahead of time because
Yeah.
people were waiting for
Yeah.
a day to do this
Yeah.
new content.
There was a
So,
time gate on it, and they
Yeah.
said that if they didn't beat it by this time, they were going to open it up, which
Yeah.
kind of took away from the event because everyone was engaged. It was community focused, but then they ended up just opening it up because no one could figure it out.
Yep.
All right, so next,
Hold on. Let's relieve some stress. Let's play a game.
okay,
I want to play a game with you. You guys don't know about this. You two are gonna be going against each other. All right.
oh,
Hold on. I got some theme music for you guys.
oh,
It's time for Guess That Weapon. I previously recorded exotic weapons just by
I
the
like
sounds. They're all exotics. That's the only hint you're gonna get, and they're weapons. Maybe we'll do like the first one to three to get three right. We'll win and we'll call it there. Does anybody have a preference on who goes first?
No.
We're gonna put the rookie against the veteran. All right. Let's go Louis first, just to see how it goes, because Louis should have more experience, but I know John studies his destiny. So, all right, Louis, give me a number between 1 and 25.
17.
17. All right. 17. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. The 17th weapon on the board. I'll play it back for you if you want to hear it again.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, I know that. I know what that is.
All right. What you got?
Yep. That is gonna be Polaris Lance.
Bingo, bango. Woo-wee. Good job. All right, John, you're up next. What do you got? 1 through 25, except 17. Oh, 18?
12.
Okay, 12. 1 second. Oh, okay. See if you can get this one. All right, here we go.
Play that again?
Try it again. One more time.
Yeah, give me one more.
All right, here we go.
Gosh, I can't tell if I'm hearing other things firing in the background.
Nope.
I don't have that gun, I don't think.
This is correct.
That makes this hard.
Louis, do you have an idea?
I think I know what it is.
Okay. I'll let you have a chance to steal, but we'll give him a guess.
Uh,
One more time.
nah,
It's a gun you don't have.
I feel like I need a list.
You don't have a mental list?
Not yet. I only have the ones that I've actually shot. I got nothing.
Oh, nothing. All right, Louis, what's your guess?
Let me hear that one more time.
All right, hold on. Lost my place. Okay, here we go.
Is that Black Talon?
Nope.
Oh,
You don't have a guess, John? It's gonna be a wash. The exotic gun that you are hearing is the Jotunn.
oh.
The Jotunn. That
It
was.
sounded like a.
It's like
it sounded
charging up sound. Here, I'll play it back. Charge up, stop, land.
See, the end sounds like a clang. I got kind of messed up.
That one's not.
That's
Hard. That
what
one's a hard one. That's a really hard one.
It was either a fusion
Uh-huh.
or a grenade launcher.
You can hear it charging up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know if I'm hearing a weapon charging up or like background noise.
Yeah, that one's tough. All right, Louis, back in your court.
1 through 25, you said?
Yeah, what'd you pick? 12?
That was 12, yeah.
Okay, so 17 and 12 are off the board.
All right, 7.
7. All right. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Here we go.
One more time?
John, get ready to think.
Dang.
Well, what's your thought process? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking hand cannon.
It is a hand cannon.
Okay, one
Obviously.
more time?
All right.
Okay, I know what it is.
Oh boy. All right, what do you got?
That's Ace of Spades.
Bingo. Dang. Okay.
Oh, that puts me at a big disadvantage.
Okay. All right. All right,
That's
John.
not what my Ace of Spades sounds like. Mine has more of a clean to the end of it.
I don't know. It must be an Xbox Ace of Spades. All
No,
right.
I'm thinking it's the quality on the headset because mine like rings more.
No, you might be thinking of the perk proc.
No, the gunfire.
Uh-huh.
The actual firing has like a slight ching to it. Not the perk hitting the headshot, but just the fire sound more tinny.
I kind of hear a ting, but probably muffled a little bit. All right, John. Wait, which one was that? 7? Yeah, sound quality.
Give me 14.
14. All right. Oh, okay. You should get this one. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Thoughts?
That is one that I have.
I think I know what it is.
Yep.
I'm cheating.
Looking at your guns.
I don't know that this is right, but I'm gonna say Sunshot.
Bingo. You got it.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
Sunshot, you got it. You got it. All right, you're still alive. Okay, Louis, you're up for the win. What do you got?
Let's go 2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. 2. Okay, here we go.
One more time? One more time?
Oh boy.
Again?
One more? All right.
Yeah.
If you don't got this, I do.
Oh boy. The dramatics. All right.
Hold on. I think I know what it is.
Oh man.
I think I know what that is.
What
Oh,
is
yeah,
it?
I know what that is.
Oh,
Thunderlord.
Thunderlord.
Oh, what is it?
Cerberus
Wrong.
+1.
What is it?
Cerberus +1.
Bingo, you got it.
Oh, I don't have
Stole
that gun.
it. Oh, you
I
don't
don't
have
have that
it.
gun.
Oh, you don't have it. Okay, John, for the win.
You can tell by the sound of the bullets there how inaccurate it is.
This is for the win, John. What do you got? Pick a number.
22.
So you said 22?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here we go. 22 for the win.
Oh, I know that. I know what that is.
Oh, man. He's looking at his cheat sheet.
I am. I'm looking at my cheat sheet.
You want to play it back one more time?
Yeah, give me one more.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna say that's Queen Breaker, but if that's Merciless, then I have two of them and I've never fired one.
Final answer?
Queen Breaker.
You got it. That
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah, that's Queen Breaker.
Oh, the comeback victory.
Mine sounds slightly different. Like I said, my sound quality on this versus my TV is slightly different. So my Queen Breaker sounds a little bit different.
Yeah, it might. Well, yeah, it's probably distorted, number one, but it might be Xbox too. I don't know. It's weird.
They are lower. They are a lot lower frames, so he's not hearing the sound.
Maybe, huh? It's more crisper,
Yeah.
probably on PC.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. All right, I'll save one more game for the end. We can continue.
Okay.
That was funny.
So
That was good.
Yeah, that was fun.
Was
I
it
like
hard?
that.
Was it hard or?
Kinda. Especially like for I can understand how he felt not firing one of the weapons, trying to decipher what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Cerberus, that kind of sounded like a machine gun, but it makes sense that it was Cerberus because there's so many goddamn barrels on there.
It sounds like a
I ran
shotgun.
that thing too.
That was
It
cool.
sounds like 4 shotguns.
Yeah, that was cool.
As a matter of fact.
Thanks for indulging me.
I ran that thing for like 2 or 3 quests, and it's trash.
Thanks for my entertainment there.
That was fun. I liked it.
Cool.
It was a good one.
Cool.
All right. So next, Izanami's Birding Quest. What did you think about it, Hav?
I liked it a lot, honestly. That's a hard quest. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I agree.
It takes time. I grinded it out the first week it came out because I noticed that it was gated behind the what was it? The Shattered Throne.
Yeah, Shattered Throne.
And it was Shattered Throne week when it came out, so I was like, okay, you have a choice. You could push really hard and try to get it done, or you're gonna have to wait a month to get it. So I was like, okay, I want to get it. I want to try to get it. And the hardest part was just getting that forge bounty, the rare bounty, and finally got one toward the end of the week. And then I just joined up with random guys and got it done. But it's not the easiest quest, and basically you have to be 640-ish to get it done, which I liked it a lot.
Yeah, me too. Especially because it's rewarding. Like that is such a unique and powerful weapon. I felt like it was worth what we were tasked to complete. You know.
Yeah, and that's why John wants to get it too, right?
Mostly for the collection, honestly.
Just to collect it. Yeah, it's not a great weapon, but it's nice to have.
It's cool, and I like that in the kinetic slot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that it gives you the ability to do a one shot.
One shot
if
body
you
shot.
play it right. Yeah, you do a one-shot body shot. You don't have to be that great a sniper, and you can still do a pretty quick, pretty easy one shot.
I have a.
But
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not a good sniper. Getting that does not mean that I'm going to use it in PvP, especially when I have other guns that I'm probably going to want to use, like Ace of Spades or Thunderlords, or
Yep.
I don't use the last word because it teaches me bad habits.
I have.
I heard last
kind
word's
of-
nasty on PC though.
Oh, it's so good. It can beat out shotguns in tight corners.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's probably the best short range gun in the game on PC.
I have a review / suggestion for the Izanami's Burden. First of all, it takes way too long to reload and compress your shot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's way too long.
That
My suggestion, well, nothing. It's not new for Bungie to engineer exotics to redo it again, and they'll change it for the better. Usually they do. So my suggestion would be either, let's say you compress a 4 stack of bullets. If you get a precision kill with that 4 stack, it refills your magazine.
ooh, I like that.
That's one suggestion.
That could be the masterwork.
Could be. Another suggestion, which is similar along the lines of the same as that first one, is any precision kills will return whatever that shot was to your magazine.
Okay.
So if it was like a stack of 2, it would return 2. If it was a stack of 3, you get 3, 4, same thing.
So kind of like the nerfed Black Hammer then.
Yeah. You just, because it's rewarding a kill. It's not rewarding hits like the like a Whisper, because Whisper is critical hits.
Yeah.
This is a critical kill,
Mm-hmm.
which would be, it keeps the Whisper in its place, and then it makes a place for this one, which would be
Yeah,
good.
most definitely.
I like
I like that.
And it hits like a
Yeah.
truck, so which
Yeah.
you should kill like almost anything that you shoot with it.
If that change were to be made with the gun, I could see that being used a lot more.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then the third suggestion is, instead of outlaw, just an exotic perk that it goes based on hits. I think there is a perk out there.
Rapid hit.
Yeah, rapid hit. But let's say I'm shooting at a boss or like a walker or something, and I stack a 4 shot into one, and I get a critical hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if the gun reloaded based on my stack? So if it was a 4 stack, it would reload my weapon 4 times faster. If it was a 2 stack, it would reload 2 times faster. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah,
They could improve it. They could improve it better. That way, it's not collecting dust in my vault. So
Yeah.
that's my suggestion.
Yeah, for all we know, that one of those 3 things could be in the masterwork, which
Yeah.
we'd have no idea about.
Whenever
we
these
haven't
masterworks come out, we don't even know.
They haven't even talked about it.
Half the exotics don't have masterworks yet. So
Or the armors.
yeah,
Or does that never
it's
happen?
weird. Anyways, that's my thought on that weapon. I like it.
I like
it's just not gonna be a staple yet.
Yeah, right now it's more of flash gun. Like, it's flashy to use, and it has like a very niche style of gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
But
Kind of showing off ish.
yeah, but outside of that, it's not rewarding enough for you to choose that in your exotic slot
Mm-hmm.
over Whisper,
Exactly. And for the time
or
it
even
takes
Darcy. Even Darcy
Oh yeah,
does
Darcy's better, way better.
more. Yeah, especially if you have the masterwork.
Yeah, so for the time it takes to get that weapon, it's definitely not worth it. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not
I
worth
agree. I like your suggestions. I think those would be
That'd be
solid.
pretty cool.
Any one of those 3 would be solid moves.
That'd be cool.
in the rank. All right, moving on. Let's talk about Jotunn or Jotun.
So
Did you get it, John? Have you gotten Jotun yet?
Oh, I'm trying.
he's got
I think
he's
I'm
got the
at
bow.
5 range.
He got the
Oh
Monarch,
man.
but
Oh, you did? Oh, I don't
yeah, he
have
got
that
the
one.
Monarch. Oh, you got Jotunn, huh? That's right.
Yeah, remember I got Jotun with my God roll
Furnace.
furnace. Yeah,
Wow.
they both
Okay.
dropped at the
Your
same
furnace.
time.
Oh yeah, I think I, I think I texted John that night too. And I was like, no way, like this is what happened.
What
Um,
was your furnace? I'm curious.
Oh, my furnace. It's
Yeah.
let me see.
I think it's the same as yours, John. Oh, I don't. They're both pretty close, almost the exact same.
Let me check it out real quick.
I got my good roll furnace today, but it's not as good as your guys's. There's no your guys's are way better. But I got
What was
outlaw.
it?
I got outlaw rampage on mine, and I was using it in the raid, and it is amazing. What's yours,
Yeah,
John?
It's
Oh,
feeding frenzy and rampage.
okay.
oh, nice PvP or
Yeah,
PvE.
yeah, PvE.
I
Yeah.
got the PvE roll. I got
Feeding frenzy.
stability masterwork, flared magwell, feeding frenzy, kill clip.
Ooh, nice.
Basically, almost the same thing.
Yeah.
Mine's the PvP controller god roll.
Yeah. Going back to Jotun, I think we all have experience with it or going against it. I know John's been complaining about going against it for a while now.
Yeah, I'm dirty, and I take that thing into comp with me.
That's why I want it. I want it so that I can take it into comp. So if anybody starts pulling that crap on me, I'm just like, you know what? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm using it from my Luna's house, so I can get those kills with solar damage.
Oh,
I'm on that portion of the quest. I like it
my
though. I think it's really cool. It's a really cool gun. It's unique. It's got its
yeah,
own style to it. It just doesn't feel like any of the other fusion rifles,
yeah,
and it's got character. And on top of that, it's beastly in both PvP and PvE.
yeah. I wrote some notes about it. I said it is great. It's very easy to use, which that's one complaint maybe you can say. The ammo economy on it is really good. I have no complaints about that. It does feel sluggish at times, um, but that's expected. The charge time is balanced. It takes a while, but for what it does, it's supposed to take a while.
Yeah, because that's how you
Um,
can counter it.
yeah. And then I said that the tracking is fast. So if you jump at the right time, you could dodge it. But by the time the velocity, it's hard to react. You have to be pretty much active at all times and prepared for it. I tried it in PvP. It was good. I was getting kills with it. You spawn in with 2 shots, which it's okay. You just have to have more shots to be running around with it. But with those 2 shots, I was getting. It's basically 2 free kills, which is, it's awesome. And then PVE, it's really really good. It does a lot of damage, especially on like bosses or anything. It seems like it has like a little burn effect. When you use it, it's super good. I can't wait to get it on PC.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get it on PC so I can pull it out in PvP. PvE,
It's a
it looks
gimmick.
like
It's
it's
kind
pretty
of a
fun.
gimmick. It's
Yeah,
fun.
It's more fun to use than anything.
I honestly I actually had to Google like how do you counter this gun, and the answer I found was get good. It's just like dodge out of the way. It's relatively easy to dodge if you're looking right at it and
Mm-hmm.
know what it is and you're ready to like dodge sideways and you don't have a wall behind you or a ground up like a floor underneath you,
Exactly.
because all the
Or
good Jotunn players are aiming at your feet.
or if you have a
So
Lunatal or Not Forgotten.
yeah, or if you have Lunatal not forgotten, you jump and then shoot them in the air. But until I have that,
Yeah.
I'm stuck using my crap rolls on trust or ace of spades, or I guess I
Well,
could use
Last Word has that increased inner accuracy buff. It's
Yeah,
not
it does.
substantial, but it's higher than most of the other hands.
Should I bring up the bad habits that Last Word is teaching me now?
Sure.
So, Last Word, I put this thing back in my vault because as fun as it is to use it, it is fun. It's great to use. It shoots like insanely well. Hip fire accuracy is crazy good. The problem is that you gain extra reload speed and damage from hip firing and getting hits. That doesn't teach you how to aim, and I kind of get into the habit of not aiming. I have like playing with that gun. I stopped going for the headshots,
Hmm.
and
That makes sense.
when you're playing in comp and you need to get headshots to win, if you're trying to hip fire people down and you're not getting headshots, it means that your skills with every other gun turn to crap. So I put it back in my vault. I haven't touched it much. It's fun, but it feels more gimmicky until I'm good enough that using a gun like that is not gonna cost my accuracy in other areas.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. A lot of sense.
That's my problem with that gun, is that it's great, but until I have like headshot drilled into me well enough that I'm not going to lose it from other things, it's not good. It's just going to teach me to play wrong.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Going back to the forges, what is your favorite Black Armory weapon to have? I think mine, I don't know. My blast furnace was fun today. Either hammerhead or black furnace or blast furnace for me.
I will say that Hammerhead is a straight up staple. It never leaves my inventory. I move my Hammerhead. Well, I move one of my Hammerheads to every character that I play. So I always have a Hammerhead. And I will also say that blast furnace is probably the best gun I have gotten in Destiny 2. It is insane.
Dang.
So I'm going to see what my other roles are, if I can ever get a good Kindled Orchid or a good... Oh, by the way, this Hammerhead that is always my staple, and until I got Thunderlords, I always use it. I don't have a good role on one yet. I don't even know what my best one is. Probably this one, which is Feeding Frenzy High Impact Reserves.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
You need Rampage.
not great.
Yeah, you need Rampage. Definitely need Rampage.
Yeah,
Or
I
Surrounded.
don't think I have Rampage on anything. Yeah, I have.
That's what
I have some really bad ones, but I think that's my best one. And it never leaves my inventory. I always have Hammerhead, Thunderlords, and Whisperer in inventory on one character at least. So Hammerhead is probably at least in competition for best forge weapon.
Yeah.
And that blast one has just been...
Agreed.
Yeah.
What about you?
This one's kind of tough for me because I really, really love my blast furnace. I've been playing a lot more Gambit recently, and I don't that gun. Besides me swapping off a breakneck, that gun does not leave my primary slot. I keep it there, just because it's so good. It just chains kills after kill after kill after kill. As long as you can, you can sustain it. And keeping Rampage going with Feeding Frenzy is just freaking awesome.
So
I love
good.
it. But what I've actually been using a lot more in my second slot, my energy slot, is in my Tatera Gaze. That sniper is freaking ridiculous. I've been getting a lot more Guardian kills than I have in the past because of this gun.
What?
And while it's not the best role, it's got extended barrel and hammer forge rifling with pen and mag, flared magwell, quick draw, and opening shot.
Ooh.
So it's got a pretty good PvP role on it.
Yeah.
And I haven't found any snipers in D2 that I've really fell in love with. D1, I was sniping so much at D1. D2, I hardly ever snipe unless it's with Whisper or an exotic. There's no reason to. There's the viability of snipers in D2 is not as good as it was in D1. However, since I started using Terra Gaze, I've seen a huge change in what I feel like snipers are in D2 because of that one. It's so good,
Yeah.
and I've been using it so much, even in PvP and in Crucible. Getting kills with it is so satisfying because the sound it makes when it shoots, the way it shoots, it's so good. But if I don't know, man, I got a decently rolled Hammerhead too. Um, it's got Feeding Frenzy and Ambitious Assassin, and I threw an extended mag mod on there, so it's got more in reserves. So yeah, I just throw a well down with that thing and put on Lunafactions, and I just mow down enemies. So I think as much as I love Blast Furnace and Terra Gaze, I'm gonna have to agree. I think Hammerhead is by far.
It's the best. Yep.
On a similar note, I'm curious what you guys think of the random forge guns, things like the
Yeah.
the Panthea, Bad News, Dead Man Walking, the guns that I think are actually harder to get.
That's true.
Like I said earlier, I'm waiting to get a good Bad News.
Uh-huh.
I tried that thing in PvP once, and I actually liked it. And my roll is absolute trash. Just for reference, what that means is I have flared magwell or alloy mag, air assault, and explosive payload.
Oh,
Handling.
that is terrible.
Hot crap. And I was actually liking it in PvP. So I'm waiting to get a good roll on it, and it hasn't happened. I've got a whole bunch of the Acantha D launchers and
Yeah.
I've
a
got
bunch of others.
I've got two good rolls from the side weapons, I guess you can call them. I got a Balligant that has small bore, full choke, tactical mag, steady rounds, full auto, and outlaw. That thing is pretty gnarly. I like that one a lot. And then I also have a really good Acantha that happened to be, I think it was my first one to drop for me. It's pretty insane also. It's got rangefinder with rampage, high explosive ordnance, thermoplastic grenades, hard launch, linear compensator, and it rolled with it came with a backup mad mod, and it's got I think it's the reloads for the masterwork. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's the reload for the masterwork. That thing is nuts. I mean, I'm not really big on grenade launchers, but that one's fun to use. I can wipe out mobs of enemies with that, and it's fun.
I have a favorite
But
one too.
oh, what's that?
The Swift Ride.
Ah, yeah, Hacksaw.
John knows my favorite weapon in the game is Jorm's Claw. It's my favorite.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
wreck
yeah.
PvP. It's crazy. I like it so much. But the Swift Ride is very similar. It's like a little brother to it. And I tried it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing different that I noticed is like the recoil pattern, I think, and just the perks, obviously the random perks. But it's really it could be useful. It can be top tier weapon if you put it in good hands with good perks.
Mm-hmm.
That's one
It's
I would
basically
recommend.
it's basically D2's version of Hacksaw.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Look out for one of those if you get a drop.
Yeah, I got one. It's all right. It's got an ambitious assassin and high impact reserves. It's not that great.
Yeah, I haven't got a god roll one. I'm looking at one right now. Outlaw and full auto trigger. Eh,
Mm.
it's just keep an eye out for it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think mine's better. I've got a rangefinder accurized rounds rampage with handling.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that'll work.
That's not bad, but it's competing with a absolute god roll blast furnace. So if I'm running pulse, I think I know which I'm gonna pick.
You could do double pulse.
No, it's a fighting line.
Fighting.
Fighting line for days. Eventually, I'll get kills with it.
My overall thoughts on Black Armory, just forges in general, and the weapons. I love the weapons. The weapons are great. Almost all of them are top tier.
Top tier.
Yeah, they're amazing. And the fun part about going for god rolls and getting the perks, that's a good plus. The mechanics of the forges though gets a little old. They're almost all four are almost the same.
Yeah.
The first one is actually probably the hardest one.
It's my favorite one, to be honest.
Isn't the difficulty kind of backwards on that, where the last one should be the hardest?
Pergusia is pretty sweaty because of how insane sniper damage is, and hordes of enemies, like all those explosive shanks. That's why I kind of feel like the difficulty in that one is a little more pressing, because there's so much going on, as opposed to the first one where there is a lot going on, but not as much as exploding shanks all over the place and snipers taking you out in one shots.
I think if you play like I do, which I have done, because the first couple of times I did it, I was like 640, and if I walked down onto the ground, I just died. If you just stay in the nest up there,
Sniper
and
tower?
you just take out you stay in the tower, you take out the exploding shanks with a pulse rifle and just kill the snipers when they go for you. I've only failed one Bergusia forge, and it was because I was the only person in it.
The boss is too easy with the whisper.
Oh, dude, the boss is so easy.
Too easy. But if you don't have whisper, you're in trouble.
I don't use whisper all the time.
I do. It's too easy.
I don't know why not. If you have a whisper for that boss, it's just the easiest thing in the world.
Well, I hardly ever use whisper, and that's why. I was using the shotgun. I'm blanking on the name right now.
EP?
Oh no, sorry, Risk Runner. I use Risk Runner a lot when I'm in there.
Oh.
Yeah, so since they're doing a lot of arc damage, every time I'm getting shot, that perk is getting procced. So
yeah.
I'm sitting right next to the tank next to the wall, right next to the tank, and I'm just dumping on it the whole time.
That's smart.
Yeah, so that's why I don't use whisper.
So what do you guys think? Are they too repetitive or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Way too repetitive.
Yeah.
Way too repetitive. I was hoping it would be more along the line of Prison of Elders, where enemies had different mechanics. That's where I was kind of hoping they were going to go, but the throwing the balls in the hoop really got old really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
I do kind of like how the third forge is a little bit different, because those two outside things, you can't get the hoop from there, so you actually do have to have some teamwork. Yeah, you're just out of sight of the actual forge. You can't throw the balls all the way in, so you do have to run some teamwork. So that one is a little different.
Yeah, I like that one.
I really don't like how your challenges are different for each forge. Like the first forge, I mean, the ads are just awful. If you're at the same power level as the forge, you run around and gladiators will just murder you.
Yep.
And then the second forge, if you're not at power level, good luck beating it. You just will not have the DPS to kill that boss.
Nope.
And I've tried that a whole bunch of different times with a whole bunch of different people when you're sitting around like 620, 630. you can't beat it. If you, it doesn't matter what guns you have. It doesn't matter what class you are. If you are not at the power level for it, you will not beat that forge.
Yeah. The third one's easy.
And
though.
then the other two are just a walk in the park.
That's my only real gripe with it. It should have been more mechanics involved. Even if they would have done something like rotating, every week there's a set mechanic, and then after that they rotated, much like Prison of Elders. I think that would have been a lot more for longevity. Because like right now, once you get the weapons you want, as soon as Susan the Drifter comes out, there's really not going to be, you're not going to want to have to go back, because like, why do you want to keep doing the same thing you've been doing for the last couple, like this whole couple months, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when it's the same thing.
Yeah, ask me if I'm gonna go pick up another pulse rifle frame, ever.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Nope.
So how about we just briefly go over sandbox adjustments that happened back at the end of January. There was a lot done. I'll briefly kind of go over it. All the supers were pretty much reworked. There was buffs and nerfs. Weapon reworks were autos, scouts, bows, snipers, grenade launchers, and trace rifles all got buffs in certain areas, both in PvE and PvP. Legend of Acurus got an insane buff to it. Telesto got nerfed slightly. Shards of Galanor and Gwyn's Vest got a nerf, and there was various other changes that happened. But out of what happened, we'll just go over what we liked and what we didn't like, and just to briefly go over, just the sandbox changes.
I have.
So, go ahead, Af.
I have two comments or two quick summary highlight. Number one, Nova Bomb. I think it's way too good. It's really, really
I don't know what you're
good.
talking about.
I haven't taken it off. I haven't changed subclasses since the update happened.
Yeah, what's that helmet that you guys use with it?
Skull of Dire Amkara.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's too good.
Dude, use that with Bottom Tree, and you'll never die.
Is there a god roll on that thing and on Zer? Or did I just...
Yeah,
I don't remember
you guys
if
picked it
one
up.
was a random drop or was that a Zer drop.
No, there was a god roll from Zer. Yeah, I remember that. That's when it was on EDZ. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And that thing's insane.
Okay, it was that, and then just auto rifles, 600 RPM auto rifles. Those two, that's pretty much the highlight. That's pretty much all you need to know about what happened.
Well, Golden Gun. Golden Gun's a pretty big deal.
No, the Golden Gun's a big deal.
Yeah, I agree.
That made the Celestial Nighthawk viable in PvE again. Instead of everybody running stupid Blade Barrage to try and kill bosses.
That's true.
I'm
not a hunter guy, so I wouldn't know.
Blade Barrage is not a single target ability. You should not be using that to kill bosses.
Oh, yeah,
mobs.
we find out.
It's for mobs.
Yeah, we found that out.
Yeah. But the Blade Barrage nerf is good. The Golden Gun buff is good, although now with Celestial Nighthawk, I can walk into pretty much any lost sector and one-shot the boss. Ooh. That might not be balanced.
Anything else?
The Nova Bomb, it's insanely strong. But again, just like Celestial Nighthawk, it's only really good in PvE. So
I'll just briefly go over that. Since Destiny 1, I've been a Warlock main. And my preferred subclass was Voidwalker. I miss scatter bombs from the original Nova Bomb. There's a lot of stuff that I missed from D1 Warlock, Voidwalker, and a lot of that was being a tank. Like, you could clear out mobs so easily, do tons of damage on bosses, and that was missing from that subclass a lot. So I'm so happy to see that the Nova Bomb has become viable again. Like I said earlier, I haven't taken that subclass off since since the patch happened. I go into Gambit with that, and I do so much damage, and I kill so many enemies because of it. Because I plan out my supers well, where I wait for huge mobs to clump up together, take them out, get my super back, and wait for Primeval to spawn. As soon as Primeval spawns, and I wait for all the Taken to spawn up next to it, bam, rinse, repeat over again. And it's just that's what I loved about playing Warlock. So much fun. And if I find a situation where I'm receiving a lot of damage, I just switch to bottom tree and I just eat a nade to get my health back and get the buff. Start rolling that with my pulse rifle. And it's just it's so much fun to use now because it's viable and it puts Voidwalker in a whole different place as far as the tier levels goes in the subclasses for Destiny. And that's the only thing I've been doing with it since that update. I haven't touched anything else. Even the Dawnblade got buffed, I haven't touched it. I don't want to because Voidwalker is so much fun, especially with Skull of Diarm Gara.
No, even if Dawnblade did get buffed, it's still not as good as doing the middle tree doing well. Like,
oh yeah.
I don't see much point in doing anything other than Nova Bomb or Well. And
I meant for
think some people
PvP.
doing Chaos Reach, but
Like even for PvP, I'm still using Nova Bomb. I don't even though it's not as good. It's fun for me.
yeah, I think everybody you don't really see Warlocks in PvP much anymore.
Well, that's probably in PC.
Yeah, well, after they nerfed Nova Warp.
Yeah, I'm actually upset about that. I think they did a little bit too much to that. I agree that it needed to be nerfed. I agree that it needed to be nerfed, but now it's like there's no point to even using it. There's no reason to use that subclass at all.
No, it's just an inferior
even in PvE,
yeah.
Why would you choose that to clear mobs out when you can choose Nova Bomb?
Why would you ever use that in PvE?
Yeah, there's no need now.
Like Nova Warp was the only real PvP super. Dawnblade's okay, but it just feels like a not as good hammers.
I agree.
Well of Radiance is, I mean, I guess you could use Well of Radiance in PvP, but you're doing something pretty special there.
I've used it a couple times. It's tough to use.
Yeah. And then like Nova Bomb's okay. I actually like using Nova Bomb now because reactive super.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Plus the little bombs actually track now, as they didn't before.
Yeah. Some people use Chaos Reach and they're crazy.
Yeah. I can't control it that well, so I don't use it.
Oh, it's just so bad in PvP because it just puts you standing still for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
Yep. It's like using Wings of Sacred Dawn in Top Tree.
Hey, I've done that. It's fun.
That was basically it. That's basically the summary, though. Legend of Accurus is
crazy good. Legend of Accurus is crazy good.
We need to get that on PC.
Yeah, you guys should, because man, that gun is so much fun now.
Super strong.
Was it like a 60% buff they did to it?
I have no idea. Probably more.
I'm pretty sure it was like 60%.
It's super strong now.
Yeah, pretty significant.
I still feel scouts need to be
scouts still aren't that good.
And sniper and bows. I think all three of them still need a lot of work done to them. Yeah, Legend of Accurus is actually a 50%.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Competitively speaking, I no longer see Telesto in PvP, so success. On that note, I got a Telesto like 2 days ago, so awesome timing.
It's still you could still use it though. It's still viable. It just takes more.
Takes one more bullet to land to kill.
Yeah.
5 instead of 4.
You can use it. It's not really worth it though.
No.
Nobody uses bows in PvP. That's just actually
Which
I
is
see it every once in a while, but
which sucks because they're so satisfying to get a kill on, you know?
they are they hurt your KAD so hard because you either hit or you miss, and then
Mhm.
you go back into cover.
Mhm. Yeah.
And they do enough damage that anybody you hit is going to run away, and you're not going to get the kill.
Yeah.
Or they're just terrible in PvP. You're either going to get the hit and not kill them, and they have taken enough damage they run away, or you get a team shot and maybe you get the kill. If they stick around, they will kill you because the TTK from every other gun is better. So a bow is just awful in PvP.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Assault rifles, I still don't see them. I see misfits every once in a while, and that's the only assault rifle I ever see in PvP. They're not used
Well, from what
even
I
now.
understand, autos on PC don't even feel that great.
Uh, the only the only two that I like using are Misfit and Ringing Nail. They're the only two that feel it
Mm.
like they're worth using at all.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Not including
Which sucks because
exotic.
Suro's regime got a buff.
Suro's regime is totally trash. I
Yeah.
hate that guy. It's pretty awful. I tried to use it to get, I think it was the Ringing Nail quest, the first one. Javier was there when I pulled it.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I tried it too. It sucks.
I don't have much else to say on it. It just I tried both of the spinning up and the dual speed receiver, and it's just like, so I either suck on one side or I suck on the other side, and just
Exactly.
neither one. And I've also got the Cerberus, which is garbage. It's fun to use, but um, I don't know when you would ever actually use it if you're trying to do anything. You're shooting a whole bunch of nothing at no accuracy and shotgun ranges. So I don't know where that one came
Maybe if
from.
you're a Titan with Axiom Warbreak on.
Yeah, just assault rifles across the board though, they're just not good. And
Yeah.
they need range. They need to have enough range that they can challenge pulses. And the fact that they're getting outranged by freaking Ace of Spades every day is not good.
Which is crazy
Assault rifles
because
do not get
in
outranged
year
by it.
year one of Destiny 2, Uriel's gift was running
Oh yeah.
everything. Which and it's crazy
450.
to see. Yeah, it's crazy to see where autos are because there was a point in time where they were running the Crucible.
Yeah.
It
The
was
450
Jiangxi.
RPMs
It
were
was Jiangxi
good.
and Uriel's gift. Both of them were just tearing it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the damage that they do is fine. It's just the fact that their range is slightly above a shotgun and less than a hand cannon means
Yeah,
that
they gotta buff the range.
you can't
And the
use
damage
them.
fall off too. That's the problem too.
Yeah, that too.
That damage fall off
I
is
think that's part of the range
substantial.
though.
Yeah, I think that's in the range category. So if they have enough range that they can just fall short of pulse rifles, so they can sort of challenge like a blast furnace or vigilance wing, like that puts them in the category where you could feasibly use them. But the fact that they have less range than a hand cannon, than your everyday Duke or Ace of Spades or something, like nobody's gonna run an assault rifle over a hand cannon at this point.
Yeah.
So the buff that they gave, not nearly enough.
What about the one-eyed mask?
Please remove that thing from all existence ever.
I should have used it when
It's
I had a
pretty
chance,
cheap.
but
It's pretty cheap. They got to do something about it.
I was talking to John the other day. I said, all you gotta do is maybe put a cooldown on it,
Mm-hmm.
or the other thing I said was restore the health, not give them an overshield too.
Ooh,
Just
I
do
like
instant
that.
restore health, and then that's it.
Kind of like what they did with oh God, what is the name of that hunter helmet that got nerfed?
Oh, the
Worm God.
worm
Yes,
Wormhouse crown.
yes,
I still use that in PvP.
because that used to get an overshield until they nerfed it.
Oh shoot, I didn't know that.
But I think it restores like half of your life right now.
Yeah,
I think
Worm
it's
Husk
still
Crown.
viable in
Yeah,
PvP.
yeah,
yeah. I'll
Yeah,
just
that's my
instant.
PvP run.
Yeah,
yeah. So dodging gives you a small health shield bump, but before it gave you like full health and full shield.
Which
that.
would be stupid.
Yeah,
And
And that's why
I,
when I ask is a new worm husk, which is kind of disappointing to see.
I they need to do something about it because if you go into PvP, even like quick play, you see almost all Titans wearing the one-eyed mask, and it's like that's not fun. Knowing that you basically can't challenge anyone because as soon as you hit them once, they get damage buff and tracking, and they kill you, and your team will not be able to kill them afterwards.
And what's worse is you
Like,
guys are on PC and you have to deal with the
skating.
macros,
Yeah.
Titan skaters.
yeah, I'm not one of them.
No,
Definitely not.
Yeah. Good thing that's going away soon.
both of them are gonna be fixed pretty soon.
Yeah.
So we'll see what
Looking
happens
forward to
after
that.
that.
I would like to see some more variety in Titan armors. See some Doomfangs and ACDOs and
Oh,
Sympath.
okay.
Like, come on, let's see some other stuff here.
Yeah, agree.
All right. So looking ahead, we have another weapon returning from D1 next season. It
Oh
was
yeah.
teased at the end of the Last Word trailer. So I haven't finished the Last Word quest, so I'm sure, John, you've got some kind of inclination of where this is going. But the return of Thorn. That
John, do you know what Thorn is?
Nope.
Oh boy.
so
Let's
Thorn.
explain Thorn.
Thorn is one of the weapons of sorrow in D1. This was used by Dredgen Yor. That was his signature weapon, much like Shin Malphur's signature weapon is the Last Word. This weapon was forged from the Hive. It's Hive power. It's pretty much in it. When it first came out in D1, it was reckless. It destroyed everyone in PvP.
It was a 2-shot, right?
It was a two-shotter.
Body
It
shot.
was the gun to have, and it was one of those guns where it was based off. Wasn't it? I believe it was based off RNG. You got to get
Yep.
you got to turn in bounties to maybe get the bounty drop for you, and it was a really difficult bounty to complete because a lot of it involved PvP,
Yeah.
which it's similar to the Last Word, where you got kills, and then your losses counted against the weapon and your progression. But essentially, it's a hand cannon that fires off a shot that has a effect that does damage over time, and that's what caused for it to be a two-shot body. And that thing just ran the Crucible for so long before it got nerfed to the ground. But it is, I'm excited to see it return. I love the lore implications of the weapon returning. Also, it's freaking cool, man. I'm excited to have it back.
Basically, what it is like kind of like an Ace of Spades, but instead
Needler.
of yeah, it does like poison damage. So, well, before it used to what was the damage tick like before it got nerfed in D1?
Was it like 21?
Yeah, it was insane. So you do 2 body shots, do like 150, and then they just die like in 2 seconds. You just 2 shot and then run away because they're gonna die. But when they nerfed it, they dropped it down to like just
10.
like 2 tick or like yeah, it was like basically nothing. So now when it's coming back, it's probably not gonna do ridiculous numbers, but it's gonna
It's
be
going to be
strong.
top tier for sure.
Yeah,
It's going to
and
be able to
then
compete with Last Word.
yeah, because the tick damage you can see, when they're running from or when they're running to. You know how like you do like a hunter mark and you can kind of see like who's shooting at you, or if you have
Or
one eye
like Lemon
mask.
Arcade. Lemon Arcade
Ah,
does the
yeah, yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So it's it's really strong. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I still don't like that bow.
Well, this is gonna be a hand cannon version of the bow, so you'll
Yeah.
like it. You'll like it a
The
lot.
hand cannon, aside from the fact that we're getting an absurd number of hand cannons coming in, uh,
Yeah.
I do like them.
Especially
I think they're the most fun weapons to use.
Mm-hmm.
especially because Hawkmoon
Uh,
is rumored for Penumbra.
Hawkmoon? Oh
Yeah.
shoot, that's right. That's another D1 weapon. That's insane. Two
Well,
tapper.
when we got it, it
Yeah.
wasn't as good as it was in Year One, but it's still good.
It was basically Thorn and Hawkmoon were the best weapons in the game in Destiny 1.
And Last Word also too.
Last Word was great too. Well, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Next
I'm
couple
looking
months.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's a really hard quest, something that I'll feel like I've earned it.
Yeah, exactly.
I really hope it is.
Uh,
They better make it hard. Because in D1 it was really hard. Because then you also had that a certain strike that you had to do. It took one of the strikes and made it like increasingly harder to do because you had to wait for a certain. So they changed the strike so that a certain enemy would spawn, and it didn't spawn all the time. So you'd have to wait for the enemy to spawn, and it was really hard to beat too. So that also kind of contributed towards the difficulty of the quest because not only would you have to do all that stuff in the Crucible, then you'd have to go and do that special mission and just wait around for that boss to potentially spawn or not. And then on top of that, the difficulty was increasing that. So not only were you waiting for this enemy to spawn, you were having to stay alive the whole time. So yeah, I hope that they have a challenging quest. And it's not just super easy to get because that weapon is, if they bring it back to what I think it's going to bring it back, it's going to be um, ridiculously good, and it better be good enough reward, like challenging to get that gun. Not just anyone can pick it up, knock out a few missions, and boom, got it.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What else are we looking
The last
forward to? Season of the Forge is ending this month. At the end of this month. Season of the
And then
Drifter starts in March. Goes.
and
Go ahead.
yeah, we don't know what's gonna come in that.
Yeah.
Um,
March to
there's
May.
supposed to be changes happening in bit.
Yeah, finally.
We don't know what those are, which is very very intriguing.
I'm worried that they're gonna take Luna's out of comp before I can get to it.
No, it's gonna
No,
stay.
that's not
It's
going
gonna stay.
anywhere. No, Luna's staying. It's
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
Good,
Yep.
good.
Just heard
I
that
need
They
today.
said
I need my chance to
they
get
said
to
that
it.
it's staying. Yeah, it's staying. It just like all the other pinnacle weapons,
Yeah.
they're not going away. You can pick it up and try to get it. However long it takes you to get it, that's how long it takes you to get it.
Okay, good. That's how I want it to be. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel pretty bad if I miss my chance on getting that gun.
No. It's staying.
And
You don't have to worry about that.
good.
What else? They're gonna add Zur bounties.
Yep, that's
Which I'm
interesting. Whatever that means.
Yeah. What is that? That's gonna be cool. Finally,
May-
Zur might have
I
a purpose.
hope. Yeah, I hope it's something to do with um, the shards, for masterworking. Because yeah, we need to get
Yeah, I need some
a
shards.
better system of being able to earn those. I can't upgrade anything right now because
Yeah.
I'm running fast.
The weapon cores.
Yeah. So I
I know the feeling.
so I hope that contributes to that economy, because there definitely needs to be a better way for us to get those, because right now it's really
Yeah.
As you say, I'm hoping that they make some changes to the armor. Like even most exotics feel like they don't really matter.
yep
Like
yep
there's a couple exotic pieces that are really strong in either PvP, PvE, and a couple that are just most of them, which it's like, well, it gives me a very minor buff to one
yeah
thing, like
yeah
Lucky Pants, which people brought out because of Last Word, and it's like it gives you a increase to draw speed on hand cannons. Like, all right, doesn't feel like it's doing that much in comparison to like One-Eyed Mask.
mm-hmm.
And then even like your regular, just everyday piece of armor, it's like, oh, great. So I have heavy weapon or heavy ammo finder. Okay.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, which almost never works. It
It's weird.
never works in PvP.
Yeah, they definitely need to
So
on exotics in general, like the Aeon, any of the Aeon
Yeah.
gauntlets that we
Yeah.
all have that have no use for. Um, there's so many exotics that need a place and a reason for us to use them, and there isn't one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like for example, Foe Tracer and Knucklehead will pretty much do the exact same thing.
Mm.
and there's no
And
reason to use either because everyone's using Ace of Spades.
yep,
Hmm.
exactly. Or uh, Winter's Guile for the Warlocks. I mean, it was viable at one point, and it's just why would you ever put those on? You know, when right now, for example, in PvP, pretty much the best armor you could use for a Warlock is Transversive, because it makes that significant.
Yep. Which I've not tried them yet.
You should. It really helps things. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Or
I don't actually
another
play PvP and Warlock much, so that's probably why.
like Wings of Sacred Dawn. I I'd love to be able to use them. However, I feel like a sitting duck whenever I do.
Hmm.
I think they should give you a reason. Like if you're midair and you get a kill,
Get like an
I don't
overshield or
know.
something.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
something, or like it recharges your health faster. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
There's definitely, you make a great point. There's definitely stuff that needs to happen with exotic armor, including finally bringing in uh, the ability to masterwork them with the catalysts. We need catalysts. We need extra. We need a
Yeah.
reason to keep getting, because right now a lot of them don't do any purpose, and I think instead of retooling them all, they can add a catalyst to them and give us a reason
Yeah.
to
There you go.
wear them and add another ability to them that can enhance it. You know? But I agree. I 100% agree with that.
Yep. And then they're gonna add 2 exotic quests. One's gonna be free for everybody, and one's gonna be part of the annual pass.
I think I don't know.
I'm
I have,
not
like I said,
sure.
I
Yeah.
haven't done that the last word quest, but I know it has to do with a weapon. Pretty sure that weapon is going to be a scout rifle.
Really?
Yeah, pretty sure that's what the weapon's going to be.
We'll see. It'll be cool.
Yeah,
Well, one's gonna be free though. I don't know what's gonna be free and what's
I
gonna be
bet
the
you it's going
annual
to be
pass.
Thorn. I bet you Thorn's going to be free.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of mystery involved with next season, since they haven't really spoken about it at all.
Yeah.
Um, which is kind of good, because I feel like they kind of gave away too much with Black Armory. We knew about almost all the exotics.
Oh yeah.
So there was really no mystery, which kind of sucked. So I do like it when they play things close to the chest and we get surprises. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a cool dungeon like we did with Whisper, and something will come out of that.
I hope
Hopefully,
Would
because
be
we
nice
have no
to know
raid.
what we're gonna get.
We have no raid, so they've gotta bring something to the table.
Are we getting a power
Because-
level increase
Yes, 50.
in the next season?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well, before we wrap up, I promised you guys one more game.
Oh,
Now, hopefully,
Yep,
this one
yep.
should be quick. And Louis, you can redeem yourself. Hopefully.
all right. All right.
It's
all right.
gonna be. Are you ready? Here we go.
Mhm.
Family Feud thing.
Oh, everything.
It's gonna be called Destiny Feud. How about that?
There you go.
All right. So, I got the first question on. There's only 3 questions total. All right.
Okay.
Now I want you guys to just reply if you have an answer. First one to reply, they get to guess. All right.
Okay.
Just word of mouth. Just say like John or say Louis. Okay, the first question is most used weapons in PvP. Oh, I messed up. Most used weapon types in PvP.
Louis.
Okay, Louis, your first guess.
Most used weapon type in PvP.
Yeah.
Hand cannon.
Hand cannon is number 1. You want to pass or play?
Play.
You gonna play? All right, go for it.
All
What's
right.
your other
So
guesses?
I have to get the weapons now. Which ones? Okay.
Oh,
So-
top 7 answers. You got the number 1 answer, so
Oh, okay. So next weapon type. Right. Pulse rifles.
pulse rifle's number 3.
Okay. Machine guns.
Nope.
Oh.
1 strike.
Okay. Okay. So I got hand cannons. I got. Next is gonna be shotguns.
Yeah, shotgun's number 2.
The number 3.
You have number 3.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm some.
There's 4 left.
Grenade launchers.
Nope. That's 2 strikes.
Oh, dang. Shoot. Fusion rifles.
Fusion rifle's number 4.
Okay.
Surprisingly,
Okay.
I don't know how, but that is what it is.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Fusion rifles.
3 weapons left.
All right. Sniper rifles.
Sniper's actually number 7.
Oh.
You got it, but barely.
Barely.
Okay, 5 and 6 on the board.
Okay. So next, I'm gonna take a gamble and say linear rifle.
Linear fusion rifle?
Uh-huh.
No.
Ah.
All right, John. Got 1 guess to
Well,
steal.
the next one is auto rifle.
Auto rifle, bingo.
Dang,
Number
I was dancing
5.
around that one.
There's 1 remaining. Anybody got a guess? Just throw it out there. John got the steal.
Yeah, rocket launchers.
Nope.
Rocket launchers?
Nope.
No?
I
Swords?
feel like that is based on power shots fired, not.
Nope.
not
Well, if you
like
think
what
about it,
the-
they're the 2 weapon
Oh.
slots that carry the most types.
Oh, duh. What's it called? Trace rifles.
No.
No? Oh.
Scout rifle. That's the last one.
What? They suck in PvP though.
No, because people
I'm
still use Mida and Polaris Lance.
The question is most used weapon types. So
That's true.
if your 2 out of your 3 slots can have, a scout and a hand cannon, or 2 scout, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can kind
Dang.
of play on it. All right.
I'm surprised that machine gun and well, honestly, just machine gun because everyone everyone runs Hammerhead or
I know. I was surprised too.
Thunderlords in there, but not everyone gets the ammo for them. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it, because like you definitely see more Hammerheads
Yeah, I think
than
that
you
is.
do.
I think that is has something to do with it. Yep.
It's like everybody
Ammo.
runs kind of machine gun, but like not. You'll maybe see like 1 or 2 scout rifles in a game, if that.
Just
So
ammo
it's got
availability.
something to do with like actually using them.
Okay. Let me go to the next question. You guys get ready to answer.
Okay.
All right. The most used weapons in PvP.
Louis.
What do you got?
Most used weapon in PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Ace of Spades.
That's number 5.
Oh. Okay.
It was
What?
top 6 answers. Yeah, that's number 5.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right, what do you got, John?
I'm gonna go with Dustrock Blues.
Dustrock is number 1.
Dang.
Dustrock's number 1. You want to pass or play?
I'll play.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, you got answers 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Okay, so Wishbringer is on that list.
No.
Ooh.
Oh, you're
1
kidding me.
strike. Most used weapons in PvP.
Do you know when the date of this survey was done?
It was from now till 1 month ago.
Okay, I'm gonna say last word.
Nope. 2 strikes. Most used weapons in PvP. Gotta think about it. Maybe I should say competitive PvP.
Oh, dang.
That makes more sense.
Dang it, Javi. I was holding on to that.
That makes more
Luna's
sense.
Howl?
Yeah, Luna's Howl, second on the list.
Yeah, I was trying not to use that one because I'm like, I don't know if I want to say Luna's, because you have to be good enough to get it.
Yeah.
And not everyone is.
But if you have it, you're going to use it.
If you have it, you're going to use it.
That's why
Same
it's the
with Not
most
Forgotten.
used. Yeah, exactly. What was
It's
it?
Not Forgotten on that list.
No.
Not Forgotten?
Nope. Because not everybody has that. Most people have Lunas, but not.
Get it.
All right, Louis. For the steal.
Warcliffe Coil.
No.
What?
Nope.
That's like heavily used right now.
Nope.
Dang. Okay.
Same rules apply, that it's based on
Right.
who used it.
Okay,
Trust?
just throw out guests. Yep, Trust's on there. Number 4.
Okay.
Just throw out guests.
Kindled Orchid.
Nope.
Blast Furnace.
Blast Furnace is number 6. There's number 3 left. It's an old school one. Well,
Crimson.
not too old school, but a staple, an old school staple.
Vigilance Wing.
Nope, getting close.
Mighty Multi-Tool.
Nope, there's no exotics.
What? Oh, no exotics.
Because they're
Exotic?
not most used.
That means
Claw of the
it's
Wolf.
probably.
Nope.
So I'm gonna say, I think if that's the case, it's probably the.
I'll tell you after this.
Oh,
my God.
hold on.
The other pulse
I think I
rifle.
got it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
John's on it.
Chattering Bone.
Nope. Close.
Yep.
No, it's not for the
No?
Nope.
It's the Go Figure.
Nope. Close.
It's not Go Figure?
Bygones.
Oh, Bygones.
Bygones.
Dang it.
Oh,
Completely forgot about Bygones.
I actually don't see that much Bygones. I see more Go Figures.
Really?
They're more in the
Bygones
console
is-
meta.
yeah,
Bygones in the
Bygones.
console meta.
Okay, last question. Here we go. Get ready to answer. Top subclasses in glory rank.
In Glory Rank?
Top subclasses in glory
Louis.
rank.
Me. Okay.
Okay, go, Lou.
Top subclasses in glory rank, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Night Stalker.
Night Stalker's number 4. There's top 5, so John can steal.
6-shooter.
6-shooter's number 3. Barely got it. All right, John, you control the board.
The Voidwalker.
Nope.
No Voidwalker?
Nope, no Voidwalker. 1 strike.
The Middle Tree Shield Titan.
Yep, that's number 1. Surprisingly.
What?
Yeah.
Mask. It's One-Eyed Mask that does that.
Yep.
Because everyone's running One-Eyed Mask, which means that I'm guessing Bottom Tree Sentinel is also on there.
Sentinel in general. I just put Sentinel in general.
Oh, okay.
That was number 1. Yeah. Then last 2. That's gonna be hard.
If Voidwalker's not on there, it is not a Warlock. The Striker Titan.
Striker Titan's number 5. There's 1 left. Number 2 on the board is left. This one's hard. Surprisingly, I don't know how, but
say Arc Strider.
nope. 2 strikes.
So 2 strikes. I'm gonna go with the Hammer Titan.
The Sunbreaker?
Yeah, Sunbreaker.
Nope. 3 strikes. All right, Louis.
Dawnblade.
For the win. For the steal. What do you got?
Dawnblade.
Dawnblade? There's only 2 options left. And that was the wrong one.
Oh.
Stormcaller.
Stormcaller? I hardly ever see Stormcallers.
Stormcaller. Somehow,
That's so
some
weird.
way, it's like one of the most successful subclasses on there. I don't know how.
That's weird.
Whew. All right, that's it.
Very weird.
That's all I got. Want to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's
All
wrap
right.
it up.
I want to thank John for coming on with us and giving us a fresh perspective on Destiny 2. I mean, we've been playing Destiny for 5+
Yeah,
years
man,
now.
I gotta commend you. You haven't been playing for very long, but you definitely got
He digested a
knowledge.
lot. Yeah. Good work.
You've,
Good work.
Yeah, you've done good work, man. You know your stuff.
Been here all of 6 months, I guess.
Hopefully you come back and contribute some more. Appreciate your insight. Thank you very much.
It's been fun.
All right. Anything
All right,
else?
well, nope, that's pretty much it. So until next time, guys.
All right. Peace out.